host, Swagman. That's right, everybody. It is me, Swagman, here with you. Hope you descriptive words that begin with W. Name. And I've seen you in the comments have been mentioned, but I love Perfect Strangers. I love Full House. Growing Pains was great, you know, where Leo DiCaprio got his start. Family Matters, Family Ties. Basically, if it was about a family, it seems like I was game, okay? Other shout-outs from all of you in the comments. Golden Girls, Saved by the Bell, which mostly aired in the 90s, but it started in 89, so I guess that counts. The Facts of Life was given a shout-out, which started in 79, but mostly aired in the 80s. So there's a lot of those crossover years for sitcoms in there. Kind of like the one I mentioned, Full House. It started in the 80s, ended in the 90s. Bosom Buddies was mentioned. Cheers. There's so much good comedy television from the 1980s. I see someone just said Three's Company. I thought that was the 70s. There were a lot of bell bottoms in Three's Company for that to be a 1980s show. You know what I mean? A lot of bell bottoms. Maybe too many bell bottoms. Yeah, well, it did air in the 80s, though. You've got me on that. All right, I did the research. 1977 is when it started, but it went 8 seasons. So there you go. John Ritter. Man, John Ritter was such a funny guy. All right, I could talk about TV all day long, but you should know that Daily Trivia Live is played in front of a live at-home audience. Welcome to this 80s Sitcoms edition of Daily Trivia Live, everybody. The mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. No laugh track is needed as you play for the grand prize. Let's take a look at that prize, shall we? That right there, that is $1,000. And everyone who can correctly answer these 10 multiple choice trivia questions about 80s sitcoms will split it. In this game, you'll earn 1 bonus SB for every question you get right after question number 1, even if you've already been eliminated. If you win the game, they're automatically added to your prize. That's what I call one of the perks. Otherwise, you'll have to claim them at the end of the game to keep them. That's just how the game works. If you don't win the game, you must click claim. Now, the first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize, either using SB or with a free rejoin. Just click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu anytime a game is not happening and get free rejoins by watching videos. It's that easy, and I highly recommend it. Well, we've got over 17,200 people. We're probably going to have 17,500 people by the time this game is going. That's what I would love to see. So, let's really quick, you know what? Since we got so many of you here, I want you to know. Each game we give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win and claim at least 1 SB in the game. And I feel like I should tell you who Tuesday's winners are. All right? I just feel like I should do that. So here's Tuesday's winners! There you are. Congratulations. You've been credited. Everyone else, keep playing and claiming because next time the winner could be you. All you got to do is play and claim 1 SB in the game and you could be entered to win that 100 SB prize. All right. Now we've got almost 18,000 people here. That's amazing. 17,800 and climbing. Let's just let the game begin. All right. Here we go. Our 80s sitcoms themed game. Question number 1. In Married with Children, what did Al Bundy do for a living? Teacher, bus driver, or shoe salesman? We've got 18,000 of you here now. And the question is, in Married with Children, what did Al Bundy do for a living? Well, the anti-family sitcom launched Ed O'Neill to stardom and was never far from controversy and never short on laughs, thanks to long-suffering shoe salesman Al Bundy. He was a shoe salesman. 16,604 of you got that one right and are moving on. Well done. We only lost about 1,000 of you on that question. But yes, he's a shoe salesman, right? But we all think of him more as the guy who scored 4 touchdowns in a single game for Polk High School in the 1966 city championship game. That's how we really remember Al Bundy, all right? We've got over 18,000 people here going now into question number 2. We've got a bonus SB attached to this question. If you get the question right, you get the bonus SB. That's how it works from every question from here on out. So here we go, Q2. Michael J. Fox rose to stardom on which 80s sitcom? Webster, Family Ties, or A Different World? Michael J. Fox rose to stardom on which 80s sitcom? Michael J. Fox, another comedic genius. He could have just faded into obscurity or gone back to Canada to work, but instead he gave us Alex P. Keaton, the breakout character on Family Ties. Family Ties is the answer. 97% of you getting that one right. Well done. You're moving on. If you haven't watched it, I mean, it's just so good. And if you haven't seen the documentary Still, all about Michael J. Fox's life, it is also very good. I cannot recommend them enough. One of my greatest compliments is when I was compared to Michael J. Fox, Alex P. Keaton. I was very young at the time, and they were like, "You're that," and I was like, "Thank you." That was some great storytelling. Let's go on to Q3 worth a bonus SB because I think we're ready for it. Balki Bartokomous from Perfect Strangers is a native of which fictional Mediterranean island? Crete, Capri, or Mypos? Balki Bartokomous from Perfect Strangers is a native of which fictional Mediterranean island? Fun facts. They only have one phone, although it has call waiting. The royal family are the only ones with indoor plumbing. And the national sport of Mypos is spitting. Mypos is the answer. 86% of you got that one right. You're moving on, but oof, that was the toughest one yet. We lost 2,422 of you to Crete and Capri. Those of you who got it right, you're doing the dance for joy. Ha. Well done there. You're doing the dance for joy, but the rest of you thought that question was ridiculous. And you're saying, Nathan, don't be ridiculous. Go on to question 4, because we're ready for that, and it's worth a bonus SB. And so I'm going to do that for you now. Here's Q4. Which of the following 80s sitcoms had an entirely instrumental theme song? What's Happening Now, Who's the Boss, or Punky Brewster? Which of those 80s sitcoms had an entirely instrumental theme song? While the shows themselves were great, the best part of 80s sitcoms were the unforgettable theme songs. And you don't need lyrics to remember the What's Happening Now theme song. That one didn't have any lyrics. Oh my goodness, this is the toughest question yet. 57.7% of you, not even 58% of you, got that one right, which means we lost over 42% of you. 6,944 of you are out, but look at that. Over 5,400 of you have already rejoined. Most of you using a free rejoin. Did you use that by pushing the plus button on the main menu of the app so that you could go get more rejoins by watching videos? Is that how you did that? Because there's your friendly reminder to do that. We're almost halfway through the quiz now. We're on to question number 5. It is worth a bonus SB if you get it right. Here we go, Q5. In Who's the Boss, former baseball player Tony Michelli takes what job with Angela Bauer? Security guard, copywriter, or housekeeper? In Who's the Boss, former baseball player Tony Michelli takes what job with Angela Bauer? The title would have you think it's a question like, who's the boss? But I think it's more like, who's the boss? Because people back then thought it was odd for a single mother to hire a male housekeeper. He was a housekeeper. 95% of you getting that one right. You know all about that Tony Danza classic, Who's the Boss? I mean, such a good show. You got a young Alyssa Milano on her way up into stardom. It was just all around heartfelt and fun. I love a good episode of Who's the Boss. And don't even get me started on Mona. I mean, that lady. Let's go on to Q6 now. We're over halfway through the quiz. We got a bonus SB attached to this one. If you get it right, here's Q6. In The Greatest American Hero, why can't Ralph Hinckley properly use his supersuit? He doesn't speak the right language, he lost the instructions, or it's under alien control. In The Greatest American Hero, why can't Ralph properly use his supersuit? The supersuit came from an alien spacecraft, and Ralph wants to be a hero when he uses it. But it's difficult because he lost the instructions in the pilot episode. Yeah, he lost the instructions. That's the answer. 10,661 of you got that one right, but that is only 78% of you. We lost almost 3,000 people on that question, and I see you rejoining. Here's my pitch, though. Let's remake The Greatest American Hero and have me play Ralph Hinckley. I mean, it's just such a fun concept to have him have such a powerful suit that it's just like, I don't know, I lost the instruction book. Like, come on! I could do that. I could! We're on to question 7 now. It's worth a bonus SB. For all you producers out there, I hope you were listening to my plea for help. We're on to Q7. Here it is right now. Joni Loves Chachi was a spin-off of what 70s sitcom? Happy Days, All in the Family, or Barney Miller? Joni Loves Chachi was a spin-off of what 70s sitcom? Some spin-offs, like Frasier and The Jeffersons, are big successes, but Joni Loves Chachi never quite captured the magic of Happy Days. Happy Days is the answer. Wow, 99% of you got that one right. 12,001 of you knew that one. Great job. You knew all about Joni and how much she loves Chachi. So let's go on to question 8, which I hope you will love as much as Joni loved Chachi. As I think you'll also like the bonus SB attached. Here we go. Q8. Which of the following 80s sitcoms consistently broke the fourth wall? My Secret Identity, Head of the Class, or It's Gary Shandling's Show? Which 80s sitcom consistently broke the fourth wall? Specifically the one on that list. Most 80s sitcoms followed a similar format, but this one literally broke the mold and remains a cult classic that showed the genius of Gary Shandling. Even the theme song was meta. It's Gary Shandling's Show is the answer, and it's the toughest question we've had yet. 56% of you getting that one right, but we lost 44% of you on that question. 6,586 of you moving on, and a lot of you still able to rejoin, though, which is amazing. 2,700 of you already back in the game. For those of you that don't know what it means to break the fourth wall, it's when someone performing something talks directly to the audience, and maybe they shouldn't. That's what it means. All right, Q9 is here. It's worth a bonus SB if you get it right. Here we go, Q9. Where was the 80s sitcom Cheers primarily set? A post office, a bar, or an apartment? Where was the 80s sitcom Cheers primarily set? Eagle-eyed viewers will notice that the series starts with Sam walking from the back office to the front door and ends with Sam going from the front door of his bar to the back office. A bar is the answer. 9,329 of you knew that answer. You have made it this far, and you are all ready for our final question. Well done, everybody. Now, for tomorrow's game, we've put together a collection of 5th grade level questions that will test both your knowledge and memory. So join us at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and play for the $1,000 grand prize. Let's see if you know all those 5th grade questions. And quick reminder, there are 2 ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of our live games. One is through the Daily Trivia Challenge, the quick hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day. Second is by clicking the More Ways to Earn button wherever you find it in the app. Both will get you SB towards your daily goal. But I want to focus in particular on that More Ways to Earn button because that's how you reach the Tapjoy wall, which is filled with quick, easy to complete offers that will check Daily Discover off your to-do list minutes. Be sure to do your daily Tapjoy every single day because that is a winning habit. And building winning habits is what I want for you. All right, let's all build some winning habits together. And one way that we could do that, I think, is just by winning to start. Let's just win to begin with, okay? We've got question 10 here. It's worth a bonus SB if you get it right. We've got 9,337 of you vying for a piece of our grand prize, so let's get to it. Over 18,000 people still hanging out and having fun. Ready for question number 10. On Alf, what planet was Alf from? Melmac, Earth, or Venus? On Alf, what planet was Alf from? Alf cares a lot about protecting the Earth and its environment after it becomes his adoptive home. And that's because his home planet of Melmac was destroyed by its inhabitants not taking care of it. Melmac is the answer. 8,968 of you knew that answer. You're splitting our grand prize. Congratulations to all of you splitting the grand prize today. Let's take a look at those winners right there, shall we? Look at them all. Mr. Fiddlesticks. You don't have to say, "Oh, Fiddlesticks." You can say, "Oh, look, I won." Kim Rowley, 24. There's also Hey, 123. The Hey was spelled with 4 Y's, hence why I said it so long. Vocalist, 24. Alicia, 02, or maybe it's Elisha. Maybe it's Elisha or Elisha. Look, it's one of those two. Either way, I said it right at one point. We also have Orin17X, and then Beth Younglaw, 1950, and so many more of you. Well done. Now that you have all these SB in your account, you got 12 SB plus all the bonus SB. You know what to do with them, right? Redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. You've done a great job all week long, so be sure to finish strong, all right? Come back tomorrow for our 5th grade game. Thank you for playing Daily Trivia Live. We'll see you then.